Let's create a business website together using Thrive Suite. Hi, I'm Hannah from Thrive Teams, and in this video I'm gonna show you step by step how you can create a business website. Now, what do I mean with a business website? Well, I mean a website that can actually help you get business. So this means that you will have things like a contact form, that you will have things like lead generation forms, so that people can actually get in touch with you and that your website can work for you. Now, without further ado, let's dive right in. First of all, I want to show you the tools that are installed on this website so that you can really follow along. So let's go into our plugins, installed plugins. And the first thing that I did was I installed the Thrive Product Manager. Now, the Thrive Product Manager is a plugin that you can download from your member dashboard. So the moment you are in your member dashboard, you can go to the main page, and from there you can download the Thrive Product Manager plugin. This will give you a zip file, and then you can add this new plugin to your website. Now, on top of the Thrive plugins, I also installed an SEO plugin, and in this case, I installed SEO Press. So if you want to install this one, it's a free plugin. You can go here and then search for the plugins, type in SEO Press, and this will give you the option to install it from here. If you prefer installing Yoast SEO or Rank Math SEO, then you can go ahead and do that, because for what we need this SEO tool for, they are all doing mainly the same thing. Now that we have our different plugins installed, one thing we'll want to do immediately is activate the Coming Soon mode on our website. Because activating the Coming Soon mode will allow you to work on your website while people can't see the progress yet. So when somebody visits your website, instead of seeing a half-done website, they will be able to see a Coming Soon page. So in order to activate this, go into your Thrive dashboard and then scroll down. And from here you see the little card that says Coming Soon mode. Let's click on this, let's activate it, and let's create a new page. Let's call this Coming Soon. And then we can edit this with Thrive Architect. And we'll want to use a pre-built landing page. And as you can see, we have landing pages here that are already designed for you to start using. Very, very easy. So let's pick one, apply the template. Right now, I don't really want to collect leads, so I'm just gonna delete this lead generation element, but you could already start collecting leads. And then here, let's just change our date. So we'll go live the 25th of November. And then save it. And then we can close this tab. And then when you launch your website in an incognito window, you will see that this Coming Soon page is shown rather than your normal website. So now behind the scenes, you can do whatever you want. So with these plugins installed, let's go to our appearances, themes, and let's activate Thrive Theme Builder. Now, I will show you immediately what happens on the front end when you do this. So let's have a look at our website. From here, visit the site. And as you can see at the moment, there's really not much here yet. Like it says, nothing here. So let's activate our theme builder. Now you can reload the website to see what happened there. As you can see, the website changed, but at the moment this isn't much of a website yet. So let's go ahead and go into our theme builder dashboard and set up our website. All right, in the Thrive dashboard, go to Thrive Theme Builder. And the first time you go through the theme builder, this is the screen that you will get. And you will be able to download and activate a theme. Now, Thrive Theme Builder is your WordPress theme, but we created companion themes for you that make it really easy to get the style that you want on your website. So go ahead, click this button and load from the Thrive Cloud. From here, you can see we currently have these three themes available. So Omni, Shapeshift, and Quick. It's really up to you to choose which one you prefer. So Omi is more of a rounded and very inviting style. Shapeshift is more of a business style with strict corners. And then Quick is the newest theme that we released, and this is the one that is really specific to not add any frills to your website, not add any decorations. It's very minimalist on images, it uses system fonts, and so it will be really quick to load, but also really quick to implement. You can use the preview button right here, which will send you to the demo website and allow you to have a look over these different styles. As you can see, each one of these themes has a specific design style, and it will allow you to have a base to start from. Now, remember, with Theme Builder, you can still edit everything. So you don't have to worry if there is one thing that you don't like about the theme or one thing that you like more in one theme and not in the other. You can still go ahead and edit all of this. Now, the one I'll be choosing here is the Quick theme, but you can go ahead and choose any one you like and you will still be able to follow the tutorial. Once you download the theme, you will go to the site setup wizard. Now, this wizard will help you decide what are the base templates for your website. So the templates for something like your blog post, for your blog list, for your pages on your website. And doing this will allow you to get your website up and running in just a couple of minutes. Now, again, these templates are just starting points, so pick the one you like most and then we can go ahead and edit whatever we want later on. So the first thing is, let's click on this Get Started button and then choose a logo. Now you can see here that you can add a dark and a light logo, and this will allow the theme to immediately pick the right logo on the right background. So if you pick a header with a dark background, then automatically Thrive Theme Builder will pick the light logo to put on top of it. So this makes it super easy to have your design exactly the way you want it. So let's edit a dark logo and add a light logo on here and then continue. Now here you can set your brand color. Automatically, depending on the theme you choose, you will have a suggestion for one of the branded colors, but of course you can click on it and then you can add any color you want. If you want to see the colors that our designer selected, then go into the branding tab and here look at the theme colors, and then you can see the colors that are already pre-selected. So from here, let's pick one of the colors that our designers chose to make sure that looks good on every instance of this theme. And then I'm going back to our site wizard. Now, the important thing to understand with the brand color is that this is the color that will be used all throughout your website. Thrive Theme Builder has what we call the smart color technology embedded into the theme. And this means that you only select one color and then automatically everything from shades and gradients will be adjusted to this color to make sure that you get a designer-worthy website with just one selection of a color. So once you're happy with this, let's choose and continue. And don't worry, you can go back and you can change this later. So now we'll want to choose our header design. So you can go into this menu and see all the different designs that are available for this theme. When choosing a design, think about where do you want your logo to be in your header. So do you want it to be left aligned? Do you want it to be center aligned? Do you want a call to action button? Do you want social media icons? All of these things are possible in your header, and you will be able to have pre-designed templates here that already have these elements. Now, you can always add these elements later in, but it's easier if our designers already did the work, right? So let's pick a design here that has a call to action button. As you can see, automatically our logo is used and the color that we picked, our brand color, is also adapted to this header. Now from here, we're not going to worry about the pages that are available in this header because this will be edited afterwards. Let's just choose and continue. In our footer design, we can do the same thing. So let's see whether we want a footer with a lot of information, a footer with a lead generation form. Really, again, this is up to you. Now, I like to use a simple footer because then at least you don't have to worry too much which information to put in there. So I'll pick this one and then continue. Now up to the homepage. The homepage is one of the most important pages on your website, and so you want to make sure that you give the right impression with this homepage. When you use the default WordPress settings, the homepage is set to be your blog role. So this means that every blog post that you post becomes on the homepage of your website. So this means that on your homepage, when people arrive, they will just see a list of articles. Now, for a business website, this is really not good practice. You don't want your first impression of people coming to your website to be the latest blog post that you created. So you want to make sure that you set a static page as your homepage. Now, using Thrive Theme Builder, you have these pre-designed homepages that are ready for you to use. So if you already have a homepage on your website, then you could display one of your existing pages. But because we're starting from scratch here, I will choose from the ready-made homepages. Now, every companion theme that you chose will have different homepages available, but all of them have homepages for specific use cases. So you will see that you have a homepage for a local business, or that you have a homepage for a personal branding website, or a homepage for a service-based business. Now, the reason that we made differences in these homepages is because each one of these businesses will need different information on their homepage. And so we did our best to already create a high converting template for you to start from, rather than having to think about what that most important information is that should be on your homepage. So in this case, I'm gonna pick one of the service-based businesses. Now, if you want to see these homepages in action before choosing, because maybe this template isn't really enough for you, then you can go to the demo website and then you will see the different homepage templates here. So let's say our service business one, and this will show you with the effects how this would look like. I actually really like the service-based homepage one, so that's the one I'll be choosing for this website. When you scroll down on this page, you will see exactly what I meant with the colors. So you can see that every detail on this page is adapted to your main color. So these boxes, for example, are a different shade of the color that you chose. When you change your brand color, all of these details will change with it. So that's really cool and will save you a bunch of time. Now let's continue. Again, we're not going to edit this homepage from here. At this point, we're just using the setup wizard to create all these different templates and pages. So now the next one that we're choosing is our single blog post. So this means how will a blog post be shown on your website? And again, we have a bunch of different templates, and this is up to you to choose one that you like. So maybe you like this dark layout, maybe you like more of a simple layout, maybe you want an image on there. So these are things that you can really decide. I'll go with this one right here. The next one is our blog layout. So this is how the page/blog will be shown on your website. As you can see here, you can choose either for a list layout, for a grid layout, for a masonry layout. This is all possible within Thrive Theme Builder. And the one I like here is this one. So because we don't have any blog posts created here, we won't be able to see exactly what that looks like, but I will show you after what this looks like with some blog posts. So let's choose. Now the next template that we'll choose is your page template. So again, let's choose from the different templates that are available here, and let's go for this one with the black ribbon on top. And lastly, we're prompted to select a menu for this website. Now, I really prefer using custom menus rather than the WordPress menu. So in this case, I'm just gonna leave it as it is. So continue without choosing a menu, and I'll show you later how you can add your menu to the header. All right, now we went through the setup wizard, and if we go to our website, we will see that it already changed quite a bit. So let's reload our page. And as you can see now, we have our header here. We have a homepage that already looks pretty good. Now, obviously the information on it is not the right information yet, but that's already pretty cool. And then if we look at the /blog page, this will show our blog list. Like I said, we don't have any posts yet, so we can't see what that looks like. And then we have a sample page. And this shows you what a page on your website looks like. So as you can see, in just a couple of minutes, we went from a really not good looking website to a website that is ready for us to add content. Before starting to add content to this website, there are a couple of more things that I want to set up, because these are things that we will be using everywhere on the website. So for that, let's go into our Thrive dashboard. So hover over this and then go to Thrive dashboard. First of all, you will see your installed products. Let's scroll down. And here you see a bunch of features, and these are features that I used in every product in the Thrive suite. So one of the things that we'll want to do is add an API connection. This API connection will allow us to connect our opt-in forms to our email marketing service. Now, you can pick just about any popular email marketing service around there, because we have API connections with so many of them. But in this case, let's just add MailChimp. So I'll add a new connection and then select the app. Let's select MailChimp, and then here we need to copy paste an API key. Now, don't worry about this. We have tutorials on how to do this for each and every single email marketing service. So just go ahead, in our help base, you can find this for your own service. All right, so now my connection is ready. This means that every one of my lead generation forms, I will be able with one click to connect it to my email marketing service. The next thing we'll want to do is, let's go back to our dashboard and go into our smart sites. From here, you'll want to fill out the different information about your company. Now, the reason that we're filling that out here is because several templates in the theme and in landing pages will use this information to automatically show your phone number or your email address or your address. And so filling it out here will allow you to only have to make that information once. And then you can also update it just one time. And then if you need to update it, you can also do this from this screen. Now it's time to add some content to our website. So when we go into our pages, you can see that we have a couple of pages available here. So we have our sample page, which we can now just delete. We don't need this anymore. And then we have our generated homepage. So this is the homepage that was generated by Thrive Theme Builder. Then we have our coming soon page. So this is the page that we created to show for our coming soon mode. And then we have a blog page, which is the page that will display our blog posts. Now, first of all, this name generated homepage, not really nice. So let's change that. In the quick edit, we can call this home. And then our slug, let's also change this to home. All right, now we also want to add some pages to our website. So the pages we'll be adding here are the About page, the Contact page, Service pages, a lead generation page, and then a confirmation page for that lead generation page. Now, of course, if you want more pages, you can create more of them, but these are kind of the basic pages that you will need on just about any business website. So to do so, let's go to Add New and call this one About. And now I will immediately publish this page, even though it doesn't have any content yet. But this will allow us to easily add it to menus and so on. So let's publish this. And let's repeat this for the other pages. Now that I have these pages created, it's time to set up our header. Let's go to Thrive Theme Builder. So go into our dashboard and then Thrive Theme Builder. Now, when you load Thrive Theme Builder after having gone through the site wizard, you will see this screen, and you can go into your Manage Templates tab. As you can see here, we have single content templates and list templates. The single content templates are the templates that will define how your single content is looking. So how your blog posts are looking, how your pages are looking. And then for the list templates, this will determine how your blog lists look like, your archive pages, and so on. So if we want to change our header, we want to make sure that we change it everywhere on our website. Now, there are different ways to go about this. So I can go to the default page and then click on edit, or I could go to the front end of my website and load any of the pages. So for example, here I loaded the about page, and then I can see that here I have a menu that says edit with Thrive. So when you edit with Thrive Architect, you edit the content of this page. And when you edit the theme template, you edit the template of all the pages on your website. So clicking on this theme builder button will bring you to the exact same place as going to your templates menu and then to your editor. Now, if this is the first time that you see this editor, don't be worried, it's really not that complicated. Everything is a visual editing, and anything you do on this page will be exactly what happens on your website on the front end. So one thing that is important to realize is that this template exists out of different sections. So a header section, a top section, content section, bottom and footer section. And then we also have a sidebar section, but this one is hidden right here. So you can see that the sidebar section is hidden. If you unclick this, all of a sudden there will be a sidebar on your page. If you click on this eye icon again, then the sidebar is gone. As you can see, really easy to play with, and you will get more used to this as we go along. Now, what we want to do is we want to first edit our header, right? So let's select this header. And then you can see that you can choose from ready-made headers, but we already did that in our editor. So let's just click got it. And then from here, we want to edit this header. Now, this is very important to understand. If you change the design or if you unlink the header from here, it will only unlink this on this specific template. So because we are editing the default template for pages, if we do anything else but click on the edit button, then these edits would only happen on the pages that are using that default template. So this is one thing that you need to understand when working with Thrive Theme Builder is that you have to think in templates. So for this, if you want your header to be the same everywhere on your website, which is usually the case, maybe except from your homepage, then you'll want to make sure that you click edit, because then the header stays linked everywhere on your website and the changes will change everywhere on your website. So let's do this. Let's click on edit. And then from here, we can see that we have different elements. So we have social follow icons, and these icons, as you can see, are linked to our global site. So remember how we went into our dashboard and from here to our smart sites. And then down here we have our social options. Well, this is where you can add your Facebook page, your YouTube page, your LinkedIn page, whatever it is. And then automatically in these templates, it will already be linked because this is a dynamic link linked to your global site settings. So here, if you use the smart site, there's nothing that you need to change here unless you want to add or remove certain networks. Then the next element in here is our custom menu. So as you can see here, it says columns. So get used to using the breadcrumbs. It really makes it much easier. Let's click on something. So here now we're editing the menu item. If we go back to custom menu, we're editing everything on this custom menu. And then if you go to column, you're editing the column. If you go to columns, you're editing all of these columns. If you go to header, you're editing the full header, okay? So let's click on an item here, and in our custom menu, when we go into our main options, we can see a whole bunch of different options, but the one that we are looking for now is here, the menu items option. So what we want to do is we want to add the pages that we just added to our website to our header. So let's add our about page. And then here we can search for about. And this will give us the URL to this page. Then our contact. I don't need subheadings. We'll have our blog here. So this is our blog page. And then I'll also add our services. And then let's click on done and save this. All right, so now when we visit our website again, so let's reload our about page. You can see that we have this header here. And as you can see, our social icons are not shown because in the Smart site, I didn't fill out the global fields yet. So I can go here and set this up. Now that I added a link for our Facebook page here, when I reload this, you'll see that the Facebook icon will show. Now, this allows you to not have icons that don't go anywhere on your website. All right, so we have our pages, and as you can see, when we click on it, they go to the right page. So our blog page, our services page, and then automatically the logo will be linked to your home page. So this is already quite good for our header. And then I want to change this call to action button here. So let's go back to our editor. And so if you have a doubt what you are editing, make sure to check here where it says you are editing a template, and the blue color will show you that you're editing a template. And then let's go back into our header, edit it, and then edit this button. So here I want to have a compelling call to action for my lead generation offer. So for example, if I have an ebook about copywriting, I could make this button Copywriting 101. And then I can link this button. So in the main options, I can link this button to our lead generation landing page. All right, so we have our header set up. In the same fashion, we can go in here and edit our footer. If this is in your way, you can drag it. And then here you will see that this information comes from your Smart site again. So this will automatically show your company name. So let's just save this. All right, now that we have our header and our footer set up, let's have a look at our homepage. Now, as you already know, one of the most important pages is your homepage, and that is exactly what we will edit right now. There are different ways to start editing your homepage. So the first one is to go to your website and then visit your site. And then here you can see your homepage, and so you can go into the Edit with Thrive Architect. This will bring you to the editor. Another way to go about this is in your templates, so in your theme builder, and then go to templates. And here you can see that you also have an active homepage template, and you can go into edit landing page from here. Now, both will lead you to the exact same point. So let's click on the Edit with Thrive Architect. As you can see here, you're now in the Architect editor. And while this might look very, very similar to the theme builder editor, it is different because you are editing content. So this means that anything that you change on this page will only change on your landing page. So everything within the content of this page, so if you add things, if you remove things, this will only apply to your homepage. So as you can see, everything on this page is tutorialized. We really try to make it as easy as possible to edit this homepage and to create a high converting homepage for your website. Now on this page there are several sections and there are a lot of different elements. I will go over most of these elements right now, but if you are using another homepage template, you might run into elements that you don't know yet. In which case, if you need any help, you can go to help.thrivethemes.com and then simply add the element that you are looking to learn more about. So let's say here that you click on something So this element, for example, and you can see this is the image gallery element, and you're not entirely sure how to use this element or how you can make the most out of it, then go to help.thrivethemes.com, and from here click the gallery element. And this will show you all the tutorials that are related to this element. We really have tutorials on just about everything, so don't hesitate to use that resource to learn more about the tool. But now let's quickly go over this homepage. So first of all, we want to have a call to action on the beginning of our page. But for a business like a service-based business, this might something like contact us. And then we can link this button to either somewhere else on the page, or maybe we can link it to our contact page, or we can even load a Lightbox with a contact form. Those are all things that you can do. The way to do this is if you want to target a different URL, you use exactly the method that we've used before. So if you want to have your contact page, for example, you can just start searching for it. Now it's linked to our contact page. If we have a contact form on this particular page, then we would add a jump link so that when somebody clicks on this, it will go to somewhere else on the page. So let's see. Here, for example, we have a contact form. So we might want to link this button to that contact form, in which case we choose here for jump link and then select the target. Let's go to our form here, to this section, and then select this section and add a jump link. So now what happens, let's save this and I'll show you, is that this button is linked to that bottom section. So if we preview this page, when you click on the Contact Us, this will jump to our contact form. If you want this to be a little bit softer, then you can add here the smooth animation. Let's save this. And now when you click on this, it will scroll smoothly to the bottom section. Now, if you want to open a Lightbox, that's also possible, in which case let's just remove this target so that the link is removed. Let's make sure this is completely empty. And then we go to our animations and actions, and from here we will add a pop-up. In our case, we can either use a Thrive Lightbox or Thrive Leads Lightbox, or we can even open an image or open a video. If you want more information about these, then don't hesitate to use our knowledge base section or to let me know in the comments below, and I can make a specific tutorial for this. But now let's go ahead and let's change this again to be our jump link with a smooth animation. Select our target and make this the bottom section. All right. Now in the next section, you want to explain why somebody would work with you. Now everything on this page is click to edit, so just go ahead, click on it, edit it. Same with these type of layouts, so you can click on it and then you can see you can change the icon for a different icon, something that fits your brand better. Then for this image gallery, as you can see here, you can change the selection. So when you go into edit selection, add to the gallery, you can add the images that you want to add to this gallery. This is a list item, so you can just start typing. And here you can see that there is a section that is called case studies. So at the moment, this element will say there are no posts to display because we don't have any blog posts on our website yet. But as soon as we start adding blog posts, we will be able to show them on our homepage really easily. And we can use the filter to filter which posts we want to show. And then for our contact form, it is important that we connect this to something, because right now, nothing would really happen when somebody sends a message through here. So what we'll want to do is add a connection and then make this an email connection so that we can send an email from this website to your email address if somebody leaves a contact form. And then if you want to go into detail, you can compose the email from here. So let's apply this. And then we want to make sure that something happens when someone submits this form. So in this case, we would show a success notification and say something like, thank you, we received your message. Let's show this. All right, this is what people will see. If you want to edit this type of notification, you can go into your dashboard. Go into your dashboard, scroll down, go to Global Elements. And from here in the notification toasts, you will see that you are able to change this design of the notification. Now, right now we went over this homepage and we edited the different parts of the information that was available on this homepage. But what if you want to add some information on there? Well, you can add blocks in here. So if you hover over, you can see a blue plus button, or you can go into blocks here and then drag it anywhere on the page. And then you will be presented with a whole bunch of different blocks that you can use to easily add sections to this website. So let's say that maybe you want some more text in here, then let's go to our text and content sections, and you will be able to choose any of these different sections. So we can add some text in here and then start editing. Now, on top of these pre-designed blocks, you can also add individual elements. So in that case, you can open the elements tray here and you can start looking. So for example, if you like this text section, but maybe you want to have a button on there, well, in that case, just simply drag a button on there and start editing it from there. Or maybe you want an image or a video. All of these things are available right here. Again, if you have any questions about the different elements, then make sure to use our knowledge base. Now, for now, I'm gonna delete this block again. So let's just delete this. And of course, if there's anything on the page that's there right now, but that you don't want, you can just delete that too, right? So you hover over an element and then use the trash can icon to delete an element or a block. Now that we're finished with our homepage, it's time to add some content to the other pages on our website. So let's go to our About page and start editing that one. So in Pages, let's go to About. And from there, we're gonna edit with Thrive Architect. Now we have different options for this About page. We can use our theme template and start from there, or we can replace our theme template with a landing page template, which will allow total design freedom for this website. Now, because we already edited the landing page on the home page, I will show you for the About page how to do it with a theme page. So let's stay with a normal page. And as you can see now on this page, so if we select the page breadcrumb, we have the different sections available. So we have our header section, our top section, then we have the content of the page, a bottom section, and a footer section. Now, maybe this bottom section is not something that you want on your About page, or it is something that you want to edit so that it is the right call to action on every page. So if you want to just hide it on this one particular page, you can go into your visibility settings, and then from here in the bottom section, you can just hide. So now this bottom section is hidden. If you want to change this bottom section for all of the pages on your website, what you would do is you would have to go to your theme builder and then start editing the template so that this bottom section is edited everywhere on all the templates on the page. Now, for right now, what I'll do is I will hide this bottom section. Next up, we want to add content to this page. So you could start by adding elements. So maybe we start with a text element, or you can again take advantage of blocks, which makes it even easier. And so from here, we would go to our blocks and then drop it on the page. And here automatically content blocks are selected. So content blocks are blocks that are generic for every theme, but you can still use your theme blocks. So you can go back and use the theme blocks that you got used to seeing. So from here, for example, let's select a text block again. And then under the text block, let's add another block. And maybe there we want to have an illustrated list that shows why we do it. Now you will notice that automatically the blocks will go only as wide as the width of this page. So this is because we are using a theme page, and so everything on this layout is decided by our theme template. We can still override this by going into our block settings and then stretch to fit the screen width. So now we have a full width block, or from the beginning, we could have gone with a landing page, in which case we would have automatically have the full width and not be restricted by this theme layout. Now, as you can see, this makes it super easy to have a good looking layout on your pages. So just keep on adding blocks, and as you can see, we have 190 something blocks available. So there will be something that you like and that fits your brand. All right, once we're done with it, we can save this page. Now go ahead and continue doing this for the other pages of your website. So for your contact page, go in, maybe add a block that is a contact specific block, or use the elements and drag in a contact form. It's really up to you to design the website you like. Now, next up, we will be creating a lead generation landing page and a thank you page, because as this is a business website, you probably want to generate leads from it. In our pages, let's go to our lead generation page and edit this with Thrive Architect. Now, you will be asked again which type of page you want to create. And in this case, we want to go with a pre-built landing page for sure, because we are trying to create a lead generation landing page. As you can see, we have a ton of landing pages available, and it's up to you whether you want this lead generation page to match the design of your website, or if you want to do something completely different and use one of the other landing page sets that are available. If you want to go with a page that matches your website, then click on the first landing page set, which will say your theme, so Shapeshift theme, Omni theme, Quick theme. And then you will be able to select a landing page from here. So here we have a lead generation landing page, for example. Or if you want to go with one of the other landing pages, you can select one of the landing pages, one of the landing page sets, and then see in here, we have several lead generation pages. So for this tutorial, I will go with a simple lead generation landing page, and I will select this one and apply the template. Now, automatically, this landing page will override any design that you had on your website. And also, because this is a landing page, your header and footer will be hidden. Now, often this is exactly what you want, because on your landing page, you want to make sure that there is no distraction, and so that the only thing that people can do on that landing page is either sign up or leave again. So let's edit this landing page. And then, as you can see, every element on this page is editable. So nothing in here is an image, which makes it super easy. Like even this ebook, you don't have to go out and create another ebook. You can simply start editing this. And then we want to make sure that this lead generation form is connected to our email provider. So for this, let's add a connection and choose our MailChimp connection that we set up in an earlier video, and then select the list which we want this to go to, and we can add tags if we want to tag these specific signups. The next thing we want to do is make sure that these people go to the thank you page. So we will redirect this to a custom URL, and from here we will select our thank you page. So now when someone signs up, they are sent to our thank you page. Now we still need to edit this page to make sure that we actually offer the download that people are promised. So with this page activated, let's go into Edit Thrive. And then because we want to edit the content of this page, I'll choose Thrive Architect. And from here, we want to use a pre-built landing page again, go into the same set as our landing page, and then go to a download page. And now, if this is a PDF that you want people to download, you can go into your media and then add new media. And from here, you drop the PDF file. Once this document is uploaded, you can copy the URL. And then from here in your button, you can use this URL as the download URL. So the moment that you see that the URL has .pdf at the end, this will automatically open the PDF when somebody clicks on that button. Now let's recap what we have so far. We have our business website, we have our homepage, we edited our header and footer, and then in our header we have this call to action, which goes to a specific lead generation landing page where people can sign up, and the moment that they sign up, they can download the PDF and they get added to our email list. Now, this is already pretty cool, but the one thing that we haven't covered yet is blog posts and how you can edit those blog posts. So let's do that right now. So for that, let's go onto our website. And then in posts, add a new post. Just insert the title of your blog post. Let's publish this. And then launch Thrive Architect to add the content to this blog post. Now, as you can see here, this shows our blog template that we decided in the site setup wizard. And the content of our post will be added inside this post content field here. So when I add text for my blog post, let's add some lorem ipsum. The text will be added here. Now, if you want to add a title, you can just use the text element. And then from here, you can select the different headings. So automatically your title of your blog post will be a heading 1, and then the titles that you can use inside your content will be any of the other headings that are available. Of course, you can add images. And you can play around with those images. So this is a very visual way of creating your blog post. And you can just drag and drop everything on here. If you want something more stylized than just text and images, you can also use the blocks. In this case, the content blocks. And this will give you things like pro and cons lists or resources or steps. So for example, maybe you want to have a steps list in your blog post, in which case you can select this and automatically it will give you this nicely designed steps list that you can start editing. Now, let's save this. So everything in here from my title, the image and so on, and these steps are the things that we added to the content of this blog post. And that will change together with the title of the post. That will change based on our post. But as you can see, there's also information in there, such as this opt-in form here, or here we have our author image that we still need to adapt a little bit. Like we have this other opt-in form here on the bottom of our blog post. And so we want to make sure that we edit each one of these to have a good experience for our visitors. And in this case, what we're editing is not the content of the blog post, but it is the template that is shown for each one of the blog posts. So on the front end, we can go to Edit with Thrive and then edit this theme template. Or, as you might remember, we can go into our backend to our Thrive dashboard, Thrive themes. From here, go to our templates and then edit the default post template. Now, both of those will bring you to the exact same spot. So just let's start from the front end and then edit the theme template. All right, you will notice that when you try to edit this content, it will tell you that you can't do that because you're not in the Thrive Architect. So don't focus on the specifics of this content, but focus on the template and how these things are shown on every one of your blog posts. So let's click on this sidebar here. So we have a sidebar and we have an opt-in form in here. We can edit it and we can connect it. Again, add a connection, choose our MailChimp connection and then apply. So now this is added, and then we can redirect to the custom URL. This is exactly the same as what we've done before. Here we have an About the Author section. Now the information for the author comes from the user profile. So you can either fill out the user profile, going to Users, then into Profile. And then here you will be able to set up the different information in this profile, or you can also decide that you don't want this information on your blog post, in which case you can simply delete this information. So the same is true for this bottom section. You can keep this bottom section, which means that on every one of your blog posts, this would be shown on the bottom. You can choose from another ready-made design. So from here, you can choose to show something else, maybe like related blog posts, for example, in which case, let's see, I would choose one of the articles lists. So this would show you your related blog post. Once you select them, filter posts, and then go to related posts, and maybe we want related on categories. All right. And then here in our sidebar, everything can be edited from here. So if you don't want this information, you can delete it. Maybe you don't want a picture or this information about the author, you can delete it or add it. And you will also notice that certain information on here is dynamic content. So this means that depending on the dynamic information, it will change. So this, for example, is dynamic content. It's the post and it's the post title. So every time that the post title changes, this title will change, but you can edit each one of those. So let's say, for example, that you want breadcrumbs on your blog post. You can go into the elements and then search for breadcrumbs, and then we can add this under our title, for example. And then we can start editing these breadcrumbs. This is really completely up to you what you add or don't add on this blog template. Now, just remember, everything that you change when you are in the theme builder will change on every one of your blog posts. So if you here in front of this title, if you type title, now every one of your blog posts will say title, and then the title of your blog post, because you added it to your template. So we don't want to do that. Now, if you're playing around with this template and you're not actually happy with the way this looks, there are several ways that you can go about changing this. So first of all, we could go into our theme builder and then go back to our site wizard. And from here in our single blog post, we can go in and choose a different one. So maybe in the end, you're like, I actually want to have an image on top. So rather than having to design it yourself, you can go in and then change it and choose this template. Now, this means that you just changed the default template for all of your blog posts. So when I go back to my blog post right now, as you can see, this looks completely different because I changed the template from here. It's really quite hard to show you all the details of what you can do with Thrive Theme Builder. So go ahead, play around with it. And if there is something that you're unclear on how to do or unsure how to accomplish it, then come to the Facebook group and ask your questions over there, because there are a lot of people that are willing to help you out. Up until now, we created our business website with a really good looking homepage. We have an about page that is already done. We have our blog page with our first blog, and we edited the different blog templates from here. Then we have our lead generation page with a confirmation page that we can use to start generating leads. And the very last thing that I want to show you is how you can add a lead generation pop-up everywhere on your blog posts. In order to add a lead generation form, not on a specific page or on a specific template of your website, but overall on all of your blog posts or on a certain category of blog posts, you will use Thrive Leads, our lead generation plugin included in Thrive Suite. So from here, we can add a new lead group. Add a new opt-in form type, and as you can see, we have a whole bunch of opt-in forms available here. So right now I will show you what this would look like with a Lightbox. Let's add a form. The reasons that you can create several forms here is because you can A/B test those different forms against each other. Now, that's not really a beginner tutorial anymore. We have a lot of content about that, and it will really allow you to generate as many leads as possible. So here we can already see what our trigger is. So immediately on page load, it happens every 7 days, and our animation is zoom in. If you want to change this, you can show it after a certain period of time. So for example, maybe we want it after 3 seconds. And then we can start editing the design. From here, you can select from a whole range of available templates, and you will be able to see that we have yes, no templates, multiple choice templates, and so on. But for now, let's go with a simple template. So just like everything else in Thrive Suite, this is click to edit. You can just click and start editing everything. The most important part here will be our lead generation form. So we can edit the form elements. If you want to ask for more or less information, for example, or if you want to change how this button looks or whatever it is, that you can do with when you're editing the lead generation form, and then make sure to connect this form. So add a connection, and then we can choose again from our API connections that we connected earlier. And then don't forget to add a custom URL to redirect to after the submission. So for example, here we can redirect to our thank you page. Once you're happy with your opt-in form, you can close this window. And then let's go back into our Thrive Leads dashboard. And from here, we need to decide where we want to show this opt-in form. So in our display settings, we will choose all posts. This will allow this opt-in form to be shown on every one of our blog posts. Now, if you want to go more granular, you can also set up specific forms for specific categories. But when you're first starting out, this is already a good way to start collecting leads on your business website. So let's save this. And then finally, we need to make sure that we actually display this form. So let's make sure that on desktop we display this. And for the moment, because this is a Lightbox, I won't show this on mobile devices. Now, as you can see, when we reload this blog post, after a couple of seconds, our opt-in form will be shown. All right, so now you have a business website. You edited the header, the footer, the homepage. You have a lead generation landing page and a confirmation page. You have a lead generation opt-in form on your website, and you know exactly how to edit your blog posts. This means you have everything you need for a high converting website. The last thing we want to do is make sure that our website goes live. And for this, let's click on our coming soon mode, which sends us back to our dashboard where we can deactivate this coming soon mode. And now our website is available for the public to see. Now, I hope you liked this tutorial and that you saw how easy it was with Thrive Suite to create a fully custom website. So we used Thrive Theme Builder, Thrive Architect, Thrive Leads, and Thrive Commons was also activated on the website. And these are just some of the tools that are available in Thrive Suite to create your own conversion-focused website and create a full online business on WordPress. If you haven't yet, go ahead, sign up for Thrive Suite. And if you have any questions, then don't hesitate and leave them in the comments below.